What's up guys, welcome to the channel, and in this video I'm going to be talking about USAdrop. And I want to talk about USAdrop not only because they are a sponsor of this video, just a little disclosure there, but also because they have grown like crazy and I've taken notice, and I do want to point out some new things that are going on when it comes to USAdrop. So if you're unfamiliar or didn't see the last video, USAdrop is a dropshipping like supplier platform where you kind of can go to them for products and they have fast shipping times and all that. Well, previously they had decent shipping times, but now their shipping is even faster. It only takes 2 to 4 days for their shipping time now. We know that shipping time can make or break our shops and stores. People can start reporting you if they don't get their products on time, if the tracking doesn't make sense. People can leave bad reviews and it can affect your metrics negatively. And this goes for no matter where you're drop shipping. It all comes down to making sure that your clients and customers are taken care of. And if you're not fulfilling those needs and solving those problems, then you're just kind of an annoyance and it's going to reflect negatively and show up in your store somehow. So that's why I want to point out the 2 to 4 day shipping time is insane for something like this. And they're only able to do this because, I don't know if you saw the last video, but they have vastly increased their warehouses now. It used to be that they, promised that yes, you could get fast shipping time. And I can't remember what the video said it was. It was like, I think it was like 5 to 7 days. Like it was pretty decent because they'll ship it. Then you have the tracking number, so you're good to go, at least on your end. But it still took a second, but it was faster than using just like a Chinese supplier that you would typically use or something like that. Now they have warehouses all across the world, including 3 scattered across the US. And I'm looking at a map right here and I can kind of tell they're evenly scattered across the US so that you can get things to your customers as fast as possible. So that's a pretty even distribution. If I were to set up a company that needed to get stuff to clients and people needed to rely on my shipping, that's exactly where and what I would do with my warehouses. They have 1 in Canada, so you do have the whole North America, you have a little bit of Canada going on there. And they have 6 scattered across Europe, which is really cool. They have United Kingdom, France, Spain, Germany, and Italy. So anybody getting stuff shipped over there, if you look at the map, it's closer together, all of those, than the ones in the US. And the US ones are completely fine how they're spaced out. Totally cool. They have 2 in Australia. That's kind of a big deal. They literally, like the major selling points of the world, they've got warehouses. And that's super, super nice because before I don't think they had that. Or they just didn't make an apparent point of it, but they've grown like crazy from what I can tell. So I'm just gonna read a little bit off their stuff. They say these warehouses are often used for storing goods that are imported abroad and then distributed to retailers or customers. The primary function of an overseas warehouse is to store and manage inventory and to facilitate the movement of goods in and out of the warehouse. It takes 2 to 4 days for your customers to receive their package from our international warehouses. Very interesting. One thing I love too is they have these little videos of what our partners have to say. So it's like, famous dropshipping people and influencers you've seen online. I am not in there, sad. I'm not that big though. But they have this scrolling banner down here that shows all the shipping platforms and marketplace and seller platforms that they use, which is really cool. It just gives you an idea. Like they have their finger on the pulse of all these different aspects of drop shipping. And even more so lately, if you're into Shopify drop shipping, I wasn't necessarily going to talk about it in this video, but they do have a full Shopify integration to make it that much easier for you to succeed drop shipping on Shopify, which I know I've said it before, I'm really leaning towards giving one a shot. I've never done it. It's like the main drop shipping way to do it, but I've never done it, but I'm thinking about trying it because if I do it with this, I just feel like it'd be way easier. So here's some more information about USAdrop that you can hear from me instead of having to go research it yourself. They cooperate with more than 10,000 factories, which is pretty interesting. I don't know how that plays in, but if they're tied to the factories and they are drop shipping the products, I imagine that does a benefit for them because they also get up to 30% off of all their products, which I think helps us on the other end when it comes to profitability. They're always developing new partnerships so that they can provide more services for drop shippers like you and I. And they actually go and tour their partner factories so that they can make sure everything's up to their standard. They're also always negotiating to try to get the best possible prices for their products and services so that we on our end get the best profit so that we like USAdrop even more. I mean, of course, they want to make sure that we're happy so that we're happy with them. It's in their best interest to make sure that we get everything we need and more. On top of all that stuff, or it's future planning and making sure that we get the best, they do quality inspections on all of their products, and they have a professional inspection team that goes and handles all of that to make sure that when things get shipped out and that when the process is going knee deep in the system every day, that your stuff isn't getting like half handled or like it's not up to standard. They really go after it and make sure that if it's coming from them, the standard is high. On top of that, they do repackaging so that when your customer gets the product, it looks good and feels secure. And on top of that, you can sign up for free, which is insane to me. And before we move on, I just want to look at their About Us section, because if you haven't looked at them and you're just watching me instead of looking at their website, I want to read their About Us section to you in my voice so that you can kind of hear it rather than just like zoning out and reading it. So it says, USAdrop is a fulfillment and logistics agent with 10 years worth of experience under our arms. We have assisted countless dropshippers over the years in scaling their business and simplifying logistics for e-commerce merchants globally. In the past years, we've provided an all-in-one solution for worldwide online business owners through our competent cooperation with multiple Chinese and American supply chains and partnered shipping carriers. So if you remember, I'm going to take a break for a second. If you remember in the past, USAdrop's big thing is that like we partner with Chinese suppliers. Basically, we store stuff in Chinese warehouses that we own, so that it's not up to the Chinese warehouses themselves. It's like an American company that has a warehouse in China, a couple of them, and it was all about that. Like that was the benefit, is that you get somebody that's kind of like a middleman on your side, and that's it. But now they have partnered with American supply chains as well, and as we talked about earlier, they have warehouses all across the globe, so it's way bigger than what it was. Back to the About Us, it's one more little paragraph. USAdrop is more than a fulfillment and logistics company. We are a warm family to all of our team members. By helping each other and working hard, we guarantee our best to satisfy our clients. Another thing that I love is that usually with something like this, you don't really get a peek behind the curtain at all, but they actually have like their staff photos and bios on here, which is very, very different for something like this. Normally, you just get this blind app that you're like, hey guys, these people trust us, and you have no reason to think so. Also, we are a faceless company. You don't get to see anybody, but this has the people that are like literally their sales team, which is amazing. I love that you actually get a glimpse at their sales team, which is really cool. When it comes to their products, they have a professional sourcing and purchasing team. They search for products through customer links and will contact at least 3 factories to get the best price. That's one thing that I've talked to them about that I thought was really impressive, is that they cross-reference prices across at least 3 places to make sure that they're not just settling on a price that sucks. Like they want to make sure they have the best possible price for all of their inventory, and that makes me just feel way more secure when it comes to using them. They can upload tracking numbers for you, and they have a team, and they make sure that it is going to the right place and tracking the right way, and it's just all handled by them, which is amazing. Like we mentioned before, their whole warehouse team repackages the products, and they can handle big volume for those sellers that are out there watching that handle a lot of volume through their shops. And one of the biggest problems that you Shopify people end up having a problem with is video. They have a video team that handles making videos for your products so that you can have successful listings on your store. I could talk about how impressive USAdrop is all day long, but if you want to check them out yourself, look down in the description. There's a link in there for you. Sign up for free, check it out. Go to their website at least and just check out all they have to offer. I love the transparency. I love that, of course, it's a website that's trying to, tell you what all they do, but you gotta see it for yourself. There's a different vibe about it that just seems way more honest and real than a lot of the other websites out there. So check them out, USAdrop, link in the description. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.